Hey, what's up, Pop Stars? This is Pop Jibberish. I'm Joe.
I'm Shay.
And today we're watching episode 8, the penultimate episode of Arcane Season 1. In the previous episode, a lot went down. Jinx basically set off a hand grenade in her face just to take out Echo. They have their fight. We had some cool intros with the cool animation with that. We had a cool fight between Jinx and Echo. Let's see, Vi and Caitlyn got away with the orb, with the little the gem, and then we had a little bit of a conversation between Jace and Viktor about kind of like the whole idea of like how they are in society, essentially. You know, like, hey, you know, these people are dangerous. It's like, what are you talking about? I am these people. What do you mean? You know, that kind of thing.
Like I come from
that
place you are.
Right. You know, it's like,
and Marcus got killed.
Yes. Oh, right. Marcus got killed as well. And Jinx, so she's out for the count right now.
So she used the Firefly's Echo symbol, right?
Kind of. I mean, she made her own little technological butterflies that
can
be
confusing.
Yeah, it really is.
That can be very, very confusing and misleading, where the Firefly crew is known to be on the side that's helpful and good-natured, and she is the complete total opposite.
Yes,
so
definitely.
It's creative.
Yeah.
The girl is bad, you know. She do what she do, and she know what she doing. So
definitely.
She's crazy, but she's chaotic. Forget crazy. She's chaotic.
She is definitely chaotic. I wouldn't say evil, but definitely chaotic, leaning towards evil.
Yeah. Poor thing. A part of me feels sorry for her because I understand how she got to that point.
Yeah.
You know, parents died. Her sister was all she had. Silco said, you know, she's basically laying in the lap of the enemy who got her
like
to
literally.
She literally laying in the lap of the enemy who is the reason behind why she is the way that she is. Like that trauma struck a chord with her mind, and she never went back to being powder. She became something altogether different.
Yeah.
It's almost like he did a mental mad science work over on her.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
There was a lot of controversy. I wouldn't call it controversy, but a lot of misgivings about the relationship between Silco and Powder / Jinx, because it kind of leans more towards what they call grooming, where you take a young child. It's kind of gross.
Oh, he definitely groomed her. Where's the confusion with that?
Yeah, I don't know if it was confusion,
what is there to argue?
Yeah, there are some people that like Silco as a character, and they saw him as more of a father figure, even though he had a very
his intentions.
He had a very warped view of the world based off his upbringing. Same way with so it was like kind of like blind leading the blind type situation. But you know, in either case, that was the situation, mainly because of the fact that usually when it comes to grooming, it's more leaning more towards the person has like kind of a romantic relationship with that older person. That's what they really kind of, when they say grooming, that's what they're kind of leaning more towards. So some of the scenes seem a little icky because she seems a little more romantic as opposed to father-daughter type thing. But they do straighten that out like throughout this series as they, you know, as they're talking. I'm saying in the episodes that we've already seen, he definitely sees her as a daughter and not like a love interest. So that's the reason why people didn't like totally cancel the show altogether.
For her? But is that the same for her?
Yeah. See, I keep hitting this. I don't hope it's not making a noise on the thing. But yeah. It definitely is one of those situations where she sees him as more of a father figure. It's just they're weird. They're like really touchy-feely for father and daughter. But even with that, it's not a sexual thing. It's not like a, you know, a romantic thing. So, and I want to be careful saying certain words on YouTube because we might get demonetized. But yeah, but yeah, it's definitely not that. So that's why people are like, okay, we could rock with this show. It's not super icky. Right. It is a little though. It gets a little bit.
Yeah, it has moments where you like,
he's like, yeah, what's
going on?
She is way too close to his mouth.
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Like, she about to kiss him? And it seemed like she's the aggressor.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's the aggressor. And all we can see is where it's at this point. We don't know what all took place from the time he had her to where we see, you know, to where she is now, which is what they're showing us.
Right.
So we don't know.
Yeah, she's been through a lot, and he's had her experience a lot through what he's had her do.
Yeah.
So, but you know, all of that is kind of, again, it more points towards what happened to her in episode 4. That was like the kind of the pivotal moment of what really kind of formed her to what she is right now. The abandonment issues, the seeing Milo over her shoulder, all that stuff that came from that day, that one bad day essentially. But anyway, we're going to jump into this episode 8. It's called Oil and Water. We're going to see where this is going. Again, penultimate episode. If you like what we're doing here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get notification every single time we drop a video. To our patrons, you're going to get this early as well as a watch along. Any thoughts before we jump into the episode?
Yeah, where's Echo?
Yeah, we need to find out where Echo is. So this episode, we're going to find out, hopefully. We only got 2 episodes left. We're going to see what happened after this fight, because we just saw the explosion. That's about it.
And we only saw her, so he's still alive.
We don't know. So
I'm hoping Echo is still alive. I don't want anything to happen to Echo, but
he's a cool character.
Yeah, I like Echo.
And he's like one of the only black characters in the show, so he got to root for everybody black. Like, hold on, how you gonna kill him off? What's going on? Anyway,
you have one that's on the political board.
Oh yeah, Mel. Yeah. So she counts.
She's
she definitely counts. Yeah,
she's definitely royalty. So I guess you're not counting her.
No, I actually forgot. But yeah, no, yeah, you're right. She's a big influence in the show. So definitely she counts. And there's a joke saying that Viktor gets to come to the cookout too. But let's go ahead and jump into this episode. It's like, should I keep this in? I'm gonna keep this in.
So corny.
All right.
Oh
Let's do
gosh.
She sounds like Cheryl Lee Ralph. I'm gonna have to look up her name and see who's playing the character.
Right. Okay.
She does these paintings based off of memories that she's had.
Yeah. A lot of bloodshed, apparently.
She comes from a nation that's more warlike.
Yeah.
See, it's these kind of scenes that show that he actually cares for her.
Yeah. Is she looking at him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how far they...
She was gonna go back for powder for Jinx.
Mm-hmm. Her back and walk away from her old
earlier,
boy.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah. It just keeps happening, and she's like, like, you never come back for me. And it's always something keeping her from coming back. It's never her own volition. Like, I want to leave you. It's always like, I'm trying to get back to you, but every time I try to do something always happens.
So this is it. Jinx is not for Vi. We won't need nothing else to tell us that.
They keep cutting to this dude.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing him with his reverse thick eyebrows.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him being in like that many scenes.
Wow. That was like the third or fourth time they've shown him.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing about it. It's kind of sad, but it's just crazy.
Okay. Thanks for showing us that.
Right.
So do he think it's the Fireflies now?
No, he saw the butterfly and he sees the design on it and it matches Jinx's.
The color, yeah. That purple and green.
Who lives here? Another counselor friend of yours?
Oh, okay, mama.
That
That's what
look.
I'm talking about. You got a green eyeball? Uh-oh. Oh, Lordy. Oh, boy. What is he about to inject into her?
Please understand this is for your own sanity.
Good, thank you. Because I'm like, whatever you about to give her, I don't know, but what is he about to do? The reason why you had to put him out. Oh, boy.
He's like, what I'm about to do, you don't want to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and put you to sleep for a little bit.
His spine's made of jelly. And here you are, shoveling his shit. Ego is one thing, brains another.
I don't think you can be tough and sip through a straw. I think something about
I was
the two of
waiting for
those
him
two-
to, yeah, oh my goodness, wow.
Your fish than Silco.
Something about the act of sipping through a straw just takes all the toughness out of anything that you're saying. Be like, I'm gonna kill him. Tasty.
That's hilarious.
Oh, here she go.
It's for me, dear. I'm off to sample the local cuisine.
Heck no.
Yeah, she's a G. She's like,
And a cougar.
she's like, I'm gonna go do some stuff.
Right.
And wake my parents up, so I pretended to chase my own monsters away.
Were you crying?
I'd say, no monster's gonna get you.
I don't cry about everything.
Real monster showed up. This.
Right.
You did not run away. Oh my God.
That was a crazy transition.
Huh?
I said that was a crazy transition.
Yeah, it was. Wow. That's a lot of blood.
Yep.
Why is he trying to walk the streets in disguise? He's very obvious his height and
Well, there's other people like him, other creatures like him.
oh.
They live all over the place. He's fairly common. It's just that he specifically is somebody famous.
And he just need to only cover up his head and his garment. His face doesn't give any of that away.
Not really,
Oh,
because
okay.
people down there don't really see like those people that often. You know, it's like they wouldn't recognize a politician if they just saw them. Oh wow, she gave him everything she had.
Like this. Get away from her.
Really? Get away from her.
Yeah, they gotta be like that down there because they don't know who's.
That's true. That is true. That's
It's
very,
like, look,
very
strange
true.
person talking to my daughter. Step away.
That's true.
Oh, ingenious. Though these blades seem improperly pitched.
You're wrong. It's designed.
Echo. I knew he was okay. At least I hope he is.
Do they teach military history at your academy, Mr. Tallis?
He is so uncomfortable.
Right.
Doubt he ever tried this.
You're Mel's mom.
Among other things. Squeeze, child. You won't break.
Her hand is bigger than his face.
Yeah, she's a warrior.
What makes this the city of progress is that we keep trying until we get it right. So thank you for your advice, Mrs. Medorda. But I have a city to run.
I just realized the symbolism of that image on the wall and him standing in front of it.
I fear you'll end up like General Parlek. Slaughtered with your eyes closed.
The image on the wall was an army facing towards Jace, and Jace was standing in front of it. So it's kind of like symbolism. Like he stands between this army and she's on that side.
Oh, that's a great observation.
It's enough.
Jace, you don't know war. I do. It must be our last resort. There may be a diplomatic solution.
You see how she flipped?
Yeah.
Her mother showed up and she's like, wait, no. If she's involved, this is going to get real ugly. So
Yeah.
let's just talk this out.
Right. Uh-oh, Victor.
Remember when we last saw him, he was being taken over by the hexcore. It merged with his leg.
Yeah. Okay. Still have a little limp, but he doesn't need the cane. See about the run? Run, Victor, run! I was just joking. But he's running.
Yep.
Okay.
It's probably the first time he's ever been able to run in his life.
Right. Wow. He still doesn't look well, but
He's like, I need more of this.
yeah.
Private project for a couple of weeks now.
Thing, what is she about to walk in on? Victor, you don't lock your door. She gonna walk through. The thing is gurgling.
You see how it kind of evolved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's feeding it his blood.
Basically, yeah.
For weeks or months or even years?
Yeah. I want to make Silco pay.
I want in.
Okay.
He made him think about it like, oh, you got a point.
Right. Uh-oh. Guess she told him. That looks familiar. And it's not Thanos.
Finding the fissures.
Someone close to me had a pair of these.
I was just about to say that.
You're the first person.
The one that raised her and her sister.
Vander.
Yeah.
It was a bit different, obviously. It wasn't made out of hex tech when he had it.
Right.
What?
She probably the only one that came up with like a real strategic plan that doesn't involve any lives being taken, like going to war.
Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, did I speak too soon? Oh. Oh, wow. So they got a little bit of Thanos and Thor in here, huh?
In the video game, that's his primary weapon. And the gloves that Vi have, that's her primary weapon.
Uh-oh. What is that waking up? Dang, they move fast. Y'all might want to get out of whoa. Whoa, whoa. Dude. Jace, you might want to get out of there.
They're like, let's get it.
Right. 2 against all of them.
She did the
Right. He got his first war wound on his face. Said he got his first war wound on his face.
And she's cold with the punches.
Man,
she's
she
a boxer.
really is. Yeah.
That's her primary specialty is those punches.
She's dope.
He's like, screw this.
Right. Okay. He should have been did that. What do we... Now he uses it? So once those things came out of that suit, they were just young children or something?
No, he was that kid got in the way.
Oh.
And he accidentally shot him. Funny enough, not funny enough, but ironically, that kid was the one that hit the alarm to call them. So
yeah.
This is his first time seeing like war and seeing like the
ramifications.
the atrocity, the atrocities that can come from it.
Yeah. A lot of children. Wow.
Yeah. They're just trying to put food on their family's table. They have to work doing something.
So this is child labor.
Basically, yeah.
That's dope how the water was hitting her head. Wow. What's going on with her? Oh. Man. I mean, the way it's running down her leg, you would have thought that there would have been more blood. Thought she was going to have to have it stitched or something. Oh, they're reversing.
She's just remembering
Oh, okay.
Symbolically, she's like wanting Vi to come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's that on the? Oh boy. Oh my God. Not good. Is she behind her? Oh, she got a purple eye like Silco.
Well, Silco's
Well, his
eyes.
eye isn't purple,
Yeah.
but she got an eye like Silco.
Yeah.
So would the doctor have to take an eyeball to?
So no, he didn't have to take her eyeballs or anything. No, because of the chemicals that Shimmer, he had to use Shimmer. They have Shimmer set up in this story as kind of almost like a cure-all type situation, but it's also a drug, a very addictive drug, but it's almost like a performance-enhancing drug. So just imagine she's like heavily dosed, like it's now in her system, like permanently. So now that's just how she is all the time. You see how fast those characters were, or those people were when they were fighting the Jace. That's her now.
Oh,
so she got the glowing purple eyes, and
so she faster than Eco now. Because Eco was fast, he has speed over her.
She's definitely gotten an upgrade. Let's just say that. I won't give anything away so you can see it. But what do you think about this episode?
Man, I mean, the compliment will always be it was dope, and it was a good episode. Once again, a lot happened. We got to see Mel's mother. She's very she's definitely a warrior. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They did a good job on her. Viktor. That's Viktor, and what happened when he?
Oh, with Sky, yeah, that was sad because she'd been fawning over him for a long time. In previous episodes, they made it a point when she's in the scene, she kind of make it seem like, they made it seem like, she had been kind of trying to invite him out, and he's always preoccupied with work.
Yeah.
And she was like, this is the day that she was gonna kind of try to get him to come out, and obviously we see what happened to her. So that was
sad.
Mm-hmm.
That was very sad because they showed. I mean, you could tell something was about to happen to her because I was like, oh, I hope he locked his doors, and then they showed us with her having a key to get in. I'm like, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect for her to vanish. I thought that she would see it and run. But
yeah, that sucked. Yeah.
So
justice for Sky.
I want to make a prediction. I haven't done that in a while. So I'm predicting that Viktor, by Viktor feeding the mechanism thingy, mababa jigger, hexcore. I predict since he is feeding hexcore his blood, that thing is taking on a form and life of its own. Not that it hadn't already, but it's being more empowered with his blood, and somehow is going to give him power. And he may be the person, since he's always been like portrayed as weak and feeble, he may be the one that go up against, because so the hex core is the weaponry that Vi and Jace was using, correct?
Right.
That had hex core combined.
It's hex tech.
Okay,
so
hex tech.
The thing that he was working on
hex
was a
tech.
hex core, but they have hex tech, so it's kind of all the same. But
hex tech comes from hex core, correct? Yes and no.
But kind of.
Jinx.
Jinx? Vi? Caitlin? Go ahead.
Okay. So the thing that they built the city and they upgraded the city based on what Viktor is using to help heal certain parts of his body himself, correct?
Not really. They
Okay.
So the gems is what they use
Right.
for that. It's two separate. So the hex core that they created was like the next evolution of something that they were working on that was kind of loose. It was derived from what they were earlier working on. So the stuff that they were earlier working on is what revolutionized the city. They did the fast travel.
But isn't the hex core part of that success? Isn't that behind the success of them being able to upgrade?
No,
the
this is a new thing. It's basically like, say for instance, if you were to build a microchip, so now you have the microchip, right? But now what they have is the computer.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, AI. So they built a computer. They initially built a microchip and they couldn't like get it refined. They finally got it refined and they were able to build computers. And this thing is like AI. So, it's like the next evolution of that thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, where I was going with it is no longer where I was. Basically, I feel like Viktor may be turning himself into a weapon at this point.
Okay.
So if he keeps going with this thing, even though we saw what it did to Sky,
yeah,
but it didn't have her blood. So maybe that's why Viktor didn't vanish, because he's sacrificing. Like, blood is always a representation of sacrifice. So he's offering the sacrifice of his blood to this mechanism, and it's taking on a life of his own, which is enhancing Viktor, his intentions to heal his body and to get well and to walk. And we saw him running. We saw him being able to run. He let go of his cane. So we saw what it was able to do for him. And the more he used it, then the more I can only seeing it strengthening him. Hopefully it won't destroy him if he doesn't become like a crazed maniac. But
because that's kind of how stories like this go, right? Like generally, and like other media and things like that.
Yeah, I hope he has the right balance to get what he needs from it. But there is the possibility that with us seeing him go from someone who just was weak and dying, and now he's found something to help him, which is the same thing, if I'm not mistaken, that Vi uses to create her bombs, and she uses the same thing. It's kind of like Jinx. Jinx. It's kind of like, I'm thinking about what's the precious metal that's in Wakanda? What is that called?
That is vibranium.
Yes. So to me, what I see, the blue gemstone, hex core.
That's not
hex tech,
that's a gemstone that was created through hex tech. It powers hex tech.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying.
My
that's
mind
the
keeps
microchip.
going back. My mind keeps going back to when Powder got her hands on it when they were all young.
Right.
And when she dropped it, it exploded.
Yeah, that was
so
the
they've been
version of it.
Okay, because I'm like, they've been hyper focused on this particular thing and what it can do and the power of it, and then seeing what she's created as a result of having that in her possession.
But she hasn't created anything using it, because she
put it in the little
in
thing.
in episode 4 she definitely had those unrefined versions, the unstable versions. That's the
Okay.
reason why it exploded.
Got
was
you.
because it was like, it's like
They
bringing,
couldn't contain it.
yeah,
Now
it was
they,
like bringing like TNT like in its raw
Yeah,
form or whatever
okay,
the case is.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, you just clap next
an
to
explosive.
it.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
but,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
grasping it now that we're having this conversation, because for the longest, what I'm explaining and how I'm explaining it is, it has been my thought process behind me watching this the entire time.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, my prediction is that Viktor may become the weapon himself who takes down or takes on fighting Jinx, because if she is an upgrade of what we just saw take out Jace army, that was no joke. And then Jace and Vi have the hex tech weaponry to take them out. Man, yeah, that's crazy. And it took that much power to take those things out. And if that is now who Jinx is, you're gonna have to need something to that magnitude or greater to take her out. So that's my prediction. Jinx is even more chaotic than she ever was before with what this doctor dude, mad scientist guy has done to her. And yeah, I can only see I can only see it getting worse from here.
I see.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
I don't really know what else is. I don't know what him and Digger is doing. Or like, we know he on some sneaky stuff because he's walking around in disguise. I'm glad to see that Eco is still alive. With them bringing him back at this point in time, this late in the season, I don't know what will become of him, because he's wounded and he needs to get back to where he lives, and he has to go down from what I understand. And I don't know if like his skateboard, airboard or whatever you want to call
Hoverboard,
it. Yeah, the hoverboard. I don't really know how it works with him, but I would just think he would get on it and go down like back home on it. But apparently he can't, because if he could, that's where he would be, unless this was just a setup for him to run into Heimerdinger. So anyway, Era, yeah, Mel, I don't know what she's gonna do. Her mother seemed like she can't do anything with that woman. That woman rules it. Even if it's not her kingdom to rule, she is running stuff. Jace, Viktor, Mel. I think I covered everyone. I feel like, what's Caitlyn? Is that her name? I feel like Caitlyn is in love with Vi.
Okay.
So I think that they are like a love interest to each other. I feel like Vi is on a mission where Caitlyn is falling in love with her. And all Vi was doing was just like trying to be, helpful, I wonder if Caitlyn is kind of taking it the wrong way. She's actually gained an enemy unbeknownst to her.
Right.
Because now old girl is like, I'm here to destroy you, and I don't see Caitlyn coming out of that at all. At all. Unless Jinx kidnaps her and use it against her sister to taunt her. Either she's gonna take her out, unalive her. I didn't say the other word,
You're
did I?
fine.
So
Yeah, no, you're good.
YouTube won't.
You're good.
So yeah, I'm thinking that Jinx may unalive Caitlyn, or she will kidnap her.
Okay.
I think I don't know how Vi would get the word on this because I think news travel fast in this world, and she's gonna find out, and she's gonna probably try to go to Jinx, and they're gonna have a war with each other, and this, that, and the other, and you know, those are my predictions. Yeah. Let's get on to the next episode and see what happens.
Yeah, we got one more episode left. We have a lot of predictions there. There's a lot of storylines to tie up in one episode. I don't know if they're going, you know, you never know.
It may not all come out in the next episode. I mean,
you never know.
For crying out loud, it's 40 minutes long, so I would hope so. We get some answers. But
well, we got another season coming in just a few days. Yeah. So technically, you know, like a couple weeks from now. So, but we'll see what happens in the next episode. I don't want to give anything away. I like a lot of your predictions. I'm not going to say what you got right, what you got wrong. We'll see in the next episode. If you like what we're doing here and you have some predictions as well and you haven't watched it, definitely like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get a notification every single time we drop a video. To our patrons, are going to get this early as well as the watch along. And any last thoughts? I know you had a lot of predictions. Any last thoughts before we jump into the next episode?
All of my thoughts. Gave you all of my thoughts.
My last thoughts are, this show is really cool. I want to commend you for your attention to detail with your predictions, and you got some things and you didn't get some things, but
that's okay.
but
that's okay because I'm not trying to get it right.
you gotta do this. Okay, you know, start clapping and stuff. Anyways, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.